Please go to the questions. All right. What is going on? You can ask during the activity, all right? What's going on? Especially if there are people who are not listening or who are wanderers. The wandering Jews. Okay, wander ng wander. Papunta roon sa toilet, papunta sa labas. The wandering Jew. Or wanderer. Keeps wondering, why am I here? How come I wasn't given my transportation allowance? Go wander pa rin. Okay. So, how do you feel about that activity? How do you feel about our session, our activity now? These are some of the questions that we ask. What do you need to know? I think something is bothering you. What do you need to know? You can ask those people whom you see have arched eyebrows, skeptical look, and sometimes the look of cynicism. Praying na naman, hindi pa kumako ba? Hindi sa world na yan. So yun, would you be willing to try? Pag nakita mong medyo reluctant o ayaw, hesitant, would you be willing to try? Could you be more specific if you have some questions or some concerns? Please go ahead. Next to you. Next. Could you offer a suggestion if you don't like this activity or you don't like this aspect? Next. What would you prefer? Would you prefer to do the environmental scanning in the okay? So environmental scanning. In management, you have environmental scanning where you look the aspects of strengths, weaknesses, SWOT, okay. Opportunities and threat. Now, opportunities to buy yung ukay-ukay. Threat to yung bulsa. Right. Next. And you say that in another way. So we get to what is the worst objective that could happen? We ask this question. Then you go to the next. Analysis. In analysis, what questions do you ask? Wait, for 1 minute. In analysis. Please go to analysis. The analysis is to draw out the data, to draw out the feelings, thoughts, the reactions, and reactions to the reactions. And some of this, okay, as a result of the activity, we don't indulge, we don't get opportunities for the students, the learners, participants, to engage in the activity and just indulge in that activity. They will remember only, natawan kami, tower building kami. But more than that, you help them analyze, bakit natin ginawa doon? Why did we do this? So slowly, you have to generate data from the participants. Don't put the words into their mouth. But what does it really happen in their own thoughts, in their mind, in their hearts? While they're engaged in the activity, draw out, educare, drawing out from them. Right. So if you have to go to the questions, sample questions, and have to, what questions are to be raised? What data will surface? How will personal insights be evoked and processed and discussed? Personal insights. So pag tinanong tayo, ano yung insights mo? Ganito na dapat, ganito ako, dapat tayo ganito. Hindi yung insights. Sinasama ng iba, paano kung ang sila sa'yo? Sabihin lang, sa akin, ito yun. Ito yung dating sa akin. Ito yung aray sa akin. Yun. So, next please, next break. Who would volunteer to share? Tinatanong natin ito, who would volunteer to share? Kung wala talaga mag-volunteer sa ito, alright, I volunteer you. You. Okay? So, dahil sinabi ni Maribit, nakinig kayo, o yung mga, kung wala nang mag-share ng insights na buka kahapon, tatawag ako ng may damit na blue. Sabi ni Maribit yun, How do you feel about that? Who else had the same experience? So, sino may kapareho? Sino may kakaiba? Then from there, patterns run through the responses of many? What threads of dissimilarities did you observe? Bakit may kakaibang sagot? Kasi iba't-iba yung dating, personal eh. Personal yung dating. Now, then from this you can cut the trend and the general thoughts of and feelings of the participants. Okay. Who reached differently. What did you observe? What were you aware of? So lahat yung making the five senses come to life. And even the sixth sense, the third eye in between your physical eyes, ano yung dating sa iyo? Next, you go to the next one. Now, how do you make sense of the generated data? How did you account for that? How does that mean to you? How was that significant? How was that good or bad? You don't immediately say during the analysis, the early part, that's a good answer, that's a good, or that's a bad, okay, but, okay, later, you do that. Now you go to the next. I'll give a copy of this, a soft copy. I leave the soft copy for you. And the hard copy. Just let the tongue of your mind toss ideas. Let the tongue of your mind toss ideas and savor any wisdom that you get. Next, you have abstraction. So from activity to analysis to abstraction, you have what we call it integration, generalization. Okay. Describes generalization or can be derived from the activity and the analysis. Everything flows from the beginning, from activity flowing to analysis, and now goes to abstraction, integration. In this portion, take a look. Theory inputs or lectures of other may be included to tie the loose ends, to give more substance to what came out from the participant, from the learners. And the processing questions might be this one. What might we draw or pull from that? How did that affect you? Or what is that plugging into anything? What did you learn? Relearn, unlearn. What does that suggest to you? That issue or that point, discussion point in general. Does that remind you of anything? Because you are relearning, you are unlearning, you have new learnings. And then, moving on to application. The application provides activities which will enable participants to transfer learning. So there's the transfer of learning in the application. And it provides mechanism by which learner is able to evaluate his or her attainment of the instrumental or learning content and the terminal behavioral objectives. This may include, in the application, action plans. Move on, please. All right, assignments, evaluation activities, instruments to check understanding, and commitment to the learning outcomes. So, questions asked at this stage, please just keep on clicking and running short of time. How could you apply and transfer that in your own way? How do you apply your learnings? How can you make your learnings come alive? Alfred North Whitehead said, knowledge not used is nothing. Knowledge not applied is put to waste. It's nothing. So how do we apply these learnings to ourselves and to others? Next. What are the options? What options have I generated? And what do I do with my options? Which among my options are workable, doable, and realizable, and be more beneficial to others? You also ask this question. If you had to do it over again, what would you do? If I had to do it all over again, what would I do? Yun, no? At tinatanong, parang nagbabago. Hindi palaging yun. Hindi palaging lesson plan, 20-year-old lesson plan. At that, bago ba yung lesson plan mo? bagong kopya, bagong sulat, because nakita nyo katabi, a lesson plan, yellowed with age. May wisdom na daw yung lesson plan na yun. No, bago na bago. Yun yung you have the vitality, the vigor, and the zest for being a facilitator, a teacher, and a learner. Now, let me go now to the attitude of a facilitator of learning. Attitude. Realness. Be real. Be authentic. Huwag kang plastic. Magpakatotoo ka. Sino ka? Magpakatotoo ka. Ikaw yun, bakit ka magpakatotoo? Pero hindi naman, ganito talaga ako wala nang magagawa sa sarili ko. Leopards don't change their spots. Or dogs don't learn new tricks. Kaya nga tayo di dogs Kaya nga tayo di leopards. Diba? We are human beings with the capacity, the capability to change. Be the change you wish to happen in the world. Or change, or be changed. Ang pipiliin mo, change ka sa sarili mo, sikat, pagsisikat, o papalitan ka na. Bubulayin ka na sa face of the earth. Papalitan ka na. Hintayin pa ba natin yun habang buhay tayo? Alright. Pricing, acceptance, trust. Sabi ko na kanina. Respect. Palaging ka respect. Kumisan, ang sagot, ang layo-layo. Kumisan, tatawagin niyo yung participant. Paikot-ikot-ikot. Ang tagal mag-landing. Inuubos ang gasolina kasi baka bumutok na. So, guide and bigyan ng support. Bigyan ng scaffold. Scaffold! O sige, ang ibig ko ba sasabihin ay kamukha ka ni Tom Cruise? Yun na, no? Medyo gagaydan mo na sa you can sense already kung saan ang kanyang punto de vista at saan siya pupunta. Kaya tutulungan mo na. Malay natin, baka nahihirapan siya mag-end. Okay? Kasi ayaw niyang i-end. Kasi baka yung end of his or her life. Pinapahaba. Alright. So, next, empathic understanding. Empathy. Putting oneself in the shoes of others. Yeah. Standing in the participant's shoes, making participants feel understood, not judged or evaluated. Sabi ko na nga ba Yan talaga, mahirap pagtanding niya. Ayaw kong tawagin din. Hindi. Encourage and let the participants learn and arrive at their own understanding and self-discovery. Napahaba pala ako. Okay. So, at last, someone understands how it feels and seems to be me without to analyze or judge me. Kasabihin mo, participant. Okay. Now I can blossom, grow, and learn. Let every participant blossom where he or she is planted. Bloom. Let everyone blossom to full flowering. Don't tear down. Build up every single participant. And you cannot build up if you're not ready, if you're not confident in yourself. You must be full control. You must have a firm grip of what you're talking about, of the message you'd like to put across. So, create exemplary learning experiences. Plan ahead. Set expectations. Organize your materials. Mia culpa. Yung materials ko na kung sa Baguio. And use visuals. But the greatest visual is yourself. How to carry yourself. Next. Plan for breaks. O, break na ba tayo? Gusto na bang break na? Okay? Sino may gusto ba ng break? Thank you. Review the main concept. Again, the concept natin being the singular, but the fundamental, the first and foremost is the person. Make an impact at the end. At the end, nag-impact ka sa unahan, tapos mahina, hanggang sa nawala na sila. Isa na lang natira. The next facilitator. provide, and have fun. Okay, I'll trust to, I'll just be fast with this. I hope you understand. Presenting style. Why is it important to be aware of your presenting style? How do you present your ideas, your message, the topics? One, why is it important? It affects, first and foremost, the learners. Second, it can encourage the use of a variety of teaching techniques, the Kibang technique, and it enables acceptance of those who are different from you. The different, there are individual differences to it. The learning environment. What atmosphere do we create? What kind of climate is being evoked as you relate with the participants? What climate? Is the climate of acceptance, the climate of trust, the climate of encouragement, of helping others come out of their shells if they are bashful? So you have, next, set ground rules. Nobody here should practice the art of dying. One. Second rule, everyone's entitled to make mistakes, but don't make the same mistakes 10 times. Na, pwede. Next. Encourage participation. Facilitate more than lecture. I wish I could go up there, but it will take time and be with you to be closer, applying proxemics in facilitating, to be closer and feel the temperature of the participant. But again, because of the constraints. So you have, go to the highly difficult participants. Kahit anong gawin natin, okay? There is no perfect utopia or problemless catalog. There will be behavioral pollutants. How do you manage this? Will you be affected by them adversely, or will you be challenged? Challenged to get over, to overcome, surmount this obstacle. Yan. Remain calm, cool, and collected. Do you understand me? Alright. Give the person a task to do, ask others in class to respond. Or ignore. I remember Tessie Dorado of the NPI, our #1 mentor. Father Jim Moran also, another mentor. Jim Yorin, the wife of, Yorin, kapag-anak ni Sofia Loren. Mga Loren from Bicol. Okay? Sasabihin niya, Mara, it could have 1,001 participants. And you see that there are 3, 4, 5, 10, or even 50 who are not listening. Attend to the remaining. There is no perfect world. No perfect utopia. Hindi mo sila madadali lahat. Kung saan natin sila gusto pumunta sa nakita. Saan sila makikita. They can compel everyone. They can only provide the opportunity for them to grow, glow, and go. Okay? Next. Go. So yun, handling na. Presentation behaviors. Yung verbal skills. The pitch, the bone, your speech, ready. If you are choleric, you speak very, 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 very fast. And you are sanguinic, you say, you talk like a Korean, say so. Ano ba? So, combination and minsan yung mabilis, minsan mabagal, minsan maliit, minsan mahina, minsan malakas. Combination, pero pag labas ng malakas na malakas, they're turn on. Pag nasimulan na, maganda, umaga, gaya. Walang nangyari, ang magdad, gano'n, cold voice. kabutihan. Do you dress with dignity? Kahit kamiseta, kahit polo, nakatonis ka na. Maayos ka tulad ni Owen. Owen, come over here, Chris. Katulad ni Tom Cruise. Lumayo ka. Right? Ayos. Okay. Palakpakan natin. Honest. Reporter. Nakapasa siya. Thank you. So, these are our heads for them. Yung body hover na you attract is, again, the dance, not the dancer. The dance, not the dancer. Mannerism. Bakit ang mga karamihan, pag pinatayo mo, pagano? Pag nagpalitrato, pagano? Ano tinatakpan mo? Or, nakaganyan palagi sa pusa. Tapos, gagano-gano yung kamay. Likot-likot ang kamay kasi na siguro, kukulang ng confidence. May teacher nagsabi, isang klase. 2 plus 2, Fidel. 4 to teacher. 4 plus 5. Okay, then, put your hands in your pocket. Right. 10 plus 10. Nilikot na naman kami sa dito. 11 teacher. May nabilang na isa. So, remove this mannerism that distract. That distract. Be graceful. Be graceful. Even in moments of distress. Scan for learners' interactions. Puzzled, asleep, angry, hungry. Okay. Overcoming difficulties. They're there. Providing games. Make learning fun. A joyful learning experience. Have fun in the Philippines. Have fun in our mass training for grade 8 teachers. Have fun being a facilitator. Next. Time. Go to the times. Know your limits in terms of realizing your goals. Consider the following question. How much time is left? And we have 10 minutes. Right? Are you taking into account slippage? What you anticipate, but may not be anticipated happen. So yun, I responded to that earlier. Evaluation. Paying attention to the energy levels of the participants. Make the last minute changes if you think that what you have planned is not working well. Concluding evaluations, ongoing evaluation, while you are running the session, and you have the concluding evaluations that you may provide. And so, we have the mind map of a facilitator, but I'm not sure whether this is the mind map. Mind map. This is what clicking. Right. One, in the mind map of facilitator, you have their personal readiness. Visualize yourself, walking into the entire session. You think ahead, forward looking, and you visualize appropriate dress. said, Vilma Labrador passed away. And I feel so devastated. My life is shattered into pieces, as well as the lives of my children who didn't go and I thought I would be able to come here. But the show must go on. And I'm sure Bill might here because he planned to be with me today. She'd like to meet you. Oh. So let's pray for the eternal repose of soul. Those whose lives she touched after our funeral. And the others whose she touched, whose lives also were touched indirectly. But life is where I want to be. Because there's one thing I love to do. It's facilitating spaces for the trainers and the teachers. I have been blessed abundantly by the Lord, sent to many scholarships, given the opportunity to hone myself as a person and as a trainer and as a facilitator. I said, I would have missed this opportunity to share whatever I have. Ganun din si Ate, the original Ate. Sabi niya, ako yung original Ate. Hindi si Vilma Santos. Si Vilma the Rondo of the also another excellent facilitator. Not just a facilitator of learning, facilitator of the dreams of other people. Ganun siya. So, say, when you are there, or before you go to the session hall, say, I'm ready, I'm prepared. And even if we have the final, when we face our Creator and say, Lord, I'm ready, I am prepared. And the day reckoning comes, we say, I'm ready, I'm prepared. But don't say that now. You still have to facilitate thousands and thousands of pictures. All right. Next is journey of group. It's a team. It's partnership. It's a group together, growing together, learning together, serving together. So you have the objectives, experiential objectives, decision making as a group. Look into the process of content, the flexibility of methods, the thing of the products, small group, the venue, which is balance of auditory, visual skills, all the other senses come alive because you apply this in your presentation. The journey of the group. It's a group. It's together. As a group, we facilitate. Next, you and I together. And here, you have there to look into energy level. And that is your style. The style. Or rather, the physical involvement. You have eye contact, positive body language, inviting tone and tolerance. The listening skills. When was the last time that you listened to your listening? When was the last time that you listened to your husband, your spouse, your wife, your parents, your children, your children's children, your friends, your co-facilitators, your students, your school heads? And when was the last time that you listened to your heart? Not the evaluated listener, not the pseudo listener, not the non-listener, but the true listener. TL ako sa Lord. True listener ako sa Lord. TL ako sa Lord. True listener ako sa Lord. Because I listen to my head, with my mind, also especially with my heart. Because the heart understands even the unspoken. Yun. So again, question. Do you know how to listen? I think, as I keep grieving over the death of a friend, I said, even down to the last time that we saw each other, last Friday afternoon. She was teaching me one lesson, a friend, ate ko siya. 1 year older siya. Sabi niya, akong ate mo. Kasi akong ate sa 10 magkakapatid. Wala akong ate. Sabi ko, be ate kita ha? Sige. Sabi ko. Even at that last moment that we had there with four other friends, she taught me one lesson, to listen. When she said, para kinakabahan ako, sabi ko lang sa kanya, kasi I wanted always to cheer her up. Sabi noon, everyday parang sinasabi ko, Lord, take over. Sometimes she was well, sometimes she was not. So sabi ko kanyang best friend at FDU, Sister Ruby, listen. Sabi ni Ruby, Lord, take over. So sabi ko sa kanya, sabi mo, every day, every morning, every afternoon, every time you feel good or bad, Lord, take over. Sabi ko sa kanya. Tapos, yung sinasabi ko ni Brenda, naniniwala kami pa rin. To worry is to insult God. Because sinabi mo na Lord, take over. Yun lang sagot ko sa kanya. But I think I made a terrible mistake. I did not listen to her. To the message behind the word, kinakabahan ako. Sana pinanong ko, bakit ka? You feel okay? You feel bad? We will bring you to the doctor. Tumalis na kami dahil pa kami pupuntahan. Tinuruan na ako, makinig ng mabuti. Kayo, kailangan pa ba may mamatay sa inyo? Mahal sa buhay, yung pang matuto tayo. Makinig. Kailangan tayo makikinig sa ating kasamahan, sa mga participants, sa mga kabataan. Makinig tayo sa ating pakikinig. Let's listen to our listening. Next, please. The style. Time management, sense of humor, not sense of rumor. Sense of humor. Questions that probe creativity and insight. Not probing to that edge where the person will feel uncomfortable. Probing for creativity, probing for insight. Impartiality, receive feedback. Anong feedback? Okay. Honor other insights, others' insights. Keep on track. Grow the quiet people. Yung tahimik. Kung sabihin, sige tayo, manahimik ka na lang. Yung tahimik, lalo mo ang sabihin, ano pa sasabi mo? Sige, magsalita ka. Baka ako, alam namin, matututo kami sa sasabihin mo. Ganun yun. That's your style. Your approach. Your manner of presenting. The mind map of facilitator. So I go to the final touch. Final touch. I'd like to punctuate this session with this, and I hope that you will remember this for a long, long time. We always have the passion for excellence. We in the Department of Education are expected to go to that level of excellence. Practice ka gabi. Palinang dabi. Nasaan? Yung na-download na